So good morning, everyone. Wow, thank you. My name is Yuen Chin, the Executive Director of the West Harlem Community Preservation Organization and co-host of today's event with the Historic Districts Council. We're delighted to welcome you here, and it's wonderful to see both new and familiar faces. Thank you for being here. Today marks the third preservation conference we have had on this beautiful campus at City College. And I want to extend my gratitude and thanks to City College, to Marta Gutman, Dean of Spitzer Architecture School, and also to the facilities team, Anthony, and his team, who is in Albany at the SOMAS conference. We put together a great day of panel discussions and exchange of ideas, and we're really anxious to start. So are you ready? Yeah. Good. So Frampton?
Good morning. I'm John Bacon, the board president of HDC. And thank you so much for coming uptown and to our local hosts, which is wonderful, in this nice facility. Actually, great to see some new faces and some familiar faces. And actually, all HDC current, past, former advisors and directors, raise your hands just so we can see HDC's in the house, which is great. And thank you for your service and for coming. But all good, and we very much look forward to this. So I will not say anything more because we're running a little late already, and it's been a long morning already for many of us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Frampton Tolbert, Executive Director of the Historic Districts Council. Really thrilled to welcome you here today, and really thrilled to be partnering with Harlem One Stop and West Harlem Preservation Organization on this. This is actually our 30th conference, I believe. So really excited to continue this trend and have wonderful conversations about the pressing issues and themes within our preservation community. As many of you know, Historic Districts Council, we're the citywide advocate for New York's historic neighborhoods, working with more than 500 community organizations across the city to preserve the places that matter to them. As you'll hear this year, our theme is how government impacts historic neighborhoods. We've seen this all over the city, not just this year, but for decades past. But even recently, in things like the proposed City of Yes zoning amendments that we'll be talking about today, replacement of the Port Authority bus terminal, and building new housing in historic districts. So it should be a really interesting time today. A few pieces of housekeeping. Again, want to reiterate our thanks to City College for hosting us. If you need an AIA Brooklyn for providing continuing education credits, if you need credits, the sign-up sheet is at the front desk. We'll also be offering a free walking tour of the campus and the neighborhood afterwards. If you're interested, the sign-up sheet for that is also at the front desk, so please sign up there. And we have a lot of resources from our Preservation Fair attendees. We've got, I believe, over a dozen organizations with us today, so on the breaks and during lunch, please go and chat with the community groups that are here today about what they're working on and get a lot of their free resources. And we have some of our own West Harlem walking tour guide that we did with West Harlem Preservation Organization, and our free book, Creating an Historic District. So please take a copy of it. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Marta Gutman.
Hi, everybody. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming uptown, which is where a conference like this, a symposium like this belongs. We're thrilled to have you here at City College. My name is Marta Gutman. I'm the Dean of the Spitzer School of Architecture. I'm honored to serve in this role. We are the premier public school of architecture in the city, and it's just very, very important to me that we make space in our school for programs and groups and causes like this one. Next year, we hope to be able to welcome you at the Spitzer School, as we did last year, but we're in the midst of a long overdue renovation project, and that is canceled out our great atrium as a place for public gathering for the moment. Okay, so just to say that I've been dean now, I'm in my third year. Before I was a dean, I was a historian, and long before that, I was an architect, and I cut my teeth on as an architect. I went to Columbia where I met, where's Andrew? Andrew and I have known each other for a long time. And I cut my teeth. My friends went to work for IMPA, and I went to work for architects who were working for the Manhattan Valley Development Preservation, the Development Corporation, which was at that point preserving the fabric of the city by renovating tenements and old brownstones as shelters and housing and the like. So your cause is my cause, for sure. The way we're integrating preservation into the Spitzer School, I just want to mention one or two programs, and I hope maybe we'll expand on some of this in the discussion that follows. We've just won a $1.5 million grant from the Mellon Foundation to set up a place, memory, and culture incubator at Spitzer. Professor Jerome Hayford, who is an architect active in Harlem, and I are co-PIs on that project, and that project is dedicated to working with community groups in Harlem to advocate for ways of thinking about preservation that are complementary to, but not necessarily driven by, the kinds of preservation programs that our august partners at Columbia and elsewhere in the city work on. And in that capacity, the PMCI has brought us to work with Save Harlem Now. Where are you guys? Can you please stand up? You know, it's been such an amazing, Save Harlem Now wrote for us on our grant. Another community partner wrote for us, the Broadway Malls Association, While We're Still Here wrote for us, and we would never have succeeded in winning this wonderful opportunity from Ellen without the work and support of our partners in the Harlem community, and we're also working with Kadi. So, and I would also say that we have sent a very young, talented student from our BARC program to Save Harlem Now. Her name is Lorraine Colbert, and she has just won the Laurie Zabar Prize. So there are really, and her statement for, I'm sorry, I have to brag, okay? That's my role as dean, so. And then there's work we're doing with the Bronx, with the Bronx Borough President's Office in addressing historic properties. We had students working on proposals for the Kingsbridge Armory in conjunction with that, and with the Bronx Borough President, with the New York City Development and Economic Corporation, and also with the Bronx chapter of the AIA, where there are people who are very, very interested in introducing historic properties in working with us to introduce historic properties into our curriculum. And anyway, so welcome. Thank you for your patience in letting me brag. And now I believe John Reddick, another person with whom I've been active and working for years here in Harlem, I bring him to the podium. Thank you, John.
Well, I'm the MC, so I'm the wrestler and working with the clock master here and keeping people on time. But I welcome you to Harlem. Harlem is came to Harlem in 1980, and it's been really a wonderful community to be part of. And its historic fabric has always been something that was, as an architect, was very significant to me. So I'm glad to see a like-minded group here today. I want to introduce the moderator for the next panel, who's very involved, is the chair of Community Board 9. And,
Former.
Oh, former, I'm sorry, I got to keep up. Somebody will throw a bat at me later on. The former chairman of Community Board 9, but a very active player in preservation in the community, and really have a real vision for what the community could do in partnership with the Community Board. So I'm pleased to welcome Barry Weinberg.